Aloha! Welcome to another video for IS 330 Management Information Systems at Brigham Young University, Hawaii. In this video, I'd like to talk about the question as far as what new opportunities are arising. So, your textbook, which I should mention at some point in these videos, Experiencing MIS by David Cranky, talks about, his question is what new opportunities for our IS are developing today. And he mentions two in particular that are fairly important. One of them is the fact that the cost of storing data is dropping dramatically. Okay, what that means in general terms is that the amount of space on your hard drive is a lot bigger than it used to be, and it's growing really, really fast. Not just as it's growing, but the cost of its growth is going down, down, down. Okay. My first personal computer, the Apple IIe, had effectively no hard drive. We had 2 disk drives, and we'd get these programs if we had a program that required more information than you could store on one floppy disk. Then it would say insert disk 1. I would insert disk 1, and it would say take out disk 1, insert disk 2. And we'd have to take that out and insert disk 1 again. There was no hard drive space. Why? Because it was expensive. And even as we started getting hard drive space and memory space, which is related, and we'll talk about this in a future video, we were able to do more and more stuff with our programs and more stuff with our systems. Okay. So now I can go out to the computer supply store and I can buy a 1 terabyte hard drive for somewhere around $100. That's huge. The amount of video that thing would store alone is enormous. 10 years ago, a hard drive that size was practically impossible to build, and even if we could, most people couldn't buy one because it was just too expensive. So the cost of hard drives, the cost of storing data in hard drives and in memory are going down, and they're going down fast. And the cost of producing them is also, the capacity of the hard drive is going up, and the cost is going down significantly. So that's one huge innovation. The other one is processing power. The ability for your computer to process instructions. Okay, we talked about the software as a series of instructions given to the hardware. Well, the ability for your computer to process those instructions and the speed at which it can process them is going up tremendously. Okay. What does this mean? Well, let's take a simple example. If you had a spreadsheet and you were trying to do some sort of analysis on your sales for the last quarter, you could write a program that would go through your spreadsheet and look, and maybe you want to just total all of them up. Okay. Well, that takes not a whole lot of time if you have maybe 100 sales transactions. But what if you have 1,000 or 10,000? What if you sold 1,000,000 things last month? How long does it take you to add up 1,000,000 numbers? How long would it take you to add up 1,000,000 numbers? Okay. Computers are a lot faster than we are at doing math like that. But even they have limits. Okay. But the limits are increasing. Okay. It may have taken several days to do something, a large calculation. It may have taken several days to do something years ago that now it only takes minutes or even seconds. Okay. So the processing power of computers is going up significantly. And for quite some time it was effectively doubling every year and a half. And this is something called Moore's Law that you'll read about in your textbook. So according to Moore's Law, the processing capacity of computers was doubling about every 18 months. What that means is that we can do stuff now that was virtually impossible years ago. If you have an iPhone in your pocket, the computing processing power in that thing is more than what would fill an entire room 30 years ago. And now we can carry those in our pockets. And we can buy them. They're fairly affordable. Okay? That's what's going on with technology. So what does that mean? What new business opportunities can these things create? Along with that, the cost of transmitting data is also going down, or the capacity for transmitting data is going up. Okay? Internet connection speeds are changing dramatically, enabling you to do things like watch video on your computer. When I first got on the internet, this wasn't really possible because it took forever just to get simple text and pages. But now we can do this. We can send large, enormous amounts of data over the internet or over networks in our buildings at enormous speeds. This enables new activities to take place. And when there's new activities that can take place because of increasing storage costs, basically storage is virtually free now. Processing power continues to increase, and data transmission capacity continues to increase. It's a whole new world in terms of what we can do with these trends. There's a lot of innovation that has been done based on it, and there's a lot more that will be done based on it. And who is going to recognize these opportunities? Hopefully, it's going to be you. Thank you for watching this video. I look forward to your feedback. Mahalo.